Hello everybody and welcome to my world. We are just about to go experience a little bit of nightlife here in the Ninh Binh area of Vietnam. So usually we don't have very much traffic because this is a really small town, has a small town feel and a small town vibe. But apparently these two guys are having a little trouble getting by each other. We get by with a little help from our friends. A special shout out to all the people who have been really supportive in America of what I've been up to. But I wanted to show you what it looks like here at this time of night. This will be a little bit more long form video than I usually do. And I'll post it to YouTube. But it's dusk. And the first video that I'm going to do tonight is going to be en route to a place that's really beautiful at nighttime near here. Just want you to see what I see here. And just left my homestay. Trying to stay on budget here, and this is what it's like traveling by scooter. And probably it's going to cost me about $2 to get 15 minutes from where I'm at right now to where I'm going. So 15-minute scooter ride is somewhere in the neighborhood of $2, give or take a little bit. I had a really good day today because I was able to figure out how to bypass using ATMs and download an app. So there's an app you can use to just put money in it from Google Pay, and they charge a small transaction fee to put money in. I didn't trust it. So the first time I only put in 20 bucks, and the second time I put in 25 bucks. So this is a place called Ninh Binh in Vietnam, and I've been here for about 24 hours, and I've seen so much, and everybody is just wonderful here. I never try to compare one culture to another culture. I just came from Indonesia, where I had a 60-day visa, and I spent 59 days and like 8 hours. So I left town just in the nick of time before my visa expired. And then I went to Hanoi and had the big city experience for a couple days. Way too polluted to feel like it was a healthy experience. But being the only white guy around, I was a curiosity, and I had a lot of people stop me and talk to me about my life in California. Sorry about the video being jerky, but I'm on the back of a scooter right now, and just want to show you what it's like being here. We have a car in front of us that seems to be the major pain in the ass at the moment right now, but the food is 10 out of 10. I went to one Michelin restaurant while I was in Hanoi. I picked a vegetarian place, and it was a good experience. It was really a wonderful place. I only was able to make it through 2 courses, the appetizer and the soup. And boy, by that time I was pretty full. And for those of you that don't know, I have a rule, which is I try to get off the road by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the whole day doesn't get sucked up by travel. And I call it the 3-3-3 rule, where I try to get off the road by 3 in the afternoon. I try to not travel more than 3 hours a day, and I try to go to a place that's so cool that you want to spend 3 days. In other words, the day you arrive, you're getting there by 3 o'clock, so you have the full evening experience, spend the night, then a full day in whatever place that is, and then depart on the following day. So that would be 2 nights and 3 days, 2 partial days and a full day. And if I really like the place, I just put the brakes on and try and leverage the experience. So I really like it here because there's literally no traffic. So compared to most cities in Vietnam, this place is really great weather. It's close to dark, so you don't need a jacket. It's like what I would call shirt sleeve weather here in this part of Vietnam near Ninh Binh. If it's too hot during the day, what I try to do is just take a nap. And this is kind of a harsh schedule. So when I discovered Ninh Binh, I decided I would stay here for an indefinite period of time. There's only been 2 other cities that I've done this with on my travels so far. In Indonesia, I stayed 30 days in Sanur and about a week down with a friend of mine that owns a hotel in South Lombok. I stayed a whole week there, maybe even longer, like 10 days. But for the most part, I stick with my schedule, which is arrive, spend the night, have a whole day, spend the night, and then leave the next day. Every time I break the rule and get in late, I regret it. Like when I got to Hanoi, for an example, I took a longer, I had a really terrible travel day because it involved airlines. I went from Java, I took an hour-and-a-half flight to Bali, and then from Bali, I took another flight to Hanoi, which was 5 hours. And, you know, I made some rookie mistakes because it's my first time around. But since I've been here in Indonesia and been here in Vietnam, I just realized when I hit a roadblock, it's usually because I didn't follow my own rule. So sure enough, when I got to Hanoi, my accommodations didn't work out. I don't like booking things really far in advance. I had a driver that was supposed to meet me at the airport, and I thought I had a really seamless arrival at a hotel. But what ended up happening was I got to the hotel and the road was blocked and they wanted me to check in by myself, and I'm like, screw you. What I really wanted was a nice hotel where I could just have a soft landing, because that's what I'm really looking for, is a soft landing. And literally, here I am now on a 15-minute scooter ride. It's just about dusk, and there's no traffic. You can see it's a beautiful place, and we're able to navigate pretty well. I'm with the driver here. By the way, helmets are kind of optional, and I think the farther you get away from urban cities, the easier it is to go without a helmet. But if you're a white guy, it's much better to wear the helmet anyway. And I know my family wants me to wear a helmet. But if we eat shit on this fucking bike, I can tell you right now, the helmet's not going to help much. But you can't imagine, this is what it looks like. I think that's where I'm going right now. And there's literally no traffic at all. So I'm about to try and experience the little town here, and we'll see how it goes. It's just turning dark, and I hear that this place is very picturesque at night. But I'll try to give you a shot of the temple as we go by. There's the temple. And you can see there's just zero traffic here. So I hope to high heaven that wherever he drops me off is a cool place in the middle of the city center, because I just could see where the temple was, and it appears to be fairly deserted at this time of night. So apparently the place that I'm going is one tourist attraction, and the place I just flipped the camera to is another, and that one is absolutely fabulous, but it's already closed because it's nighttime. So this kind of travel is challenging because you have the logistics, not much time difference, but it's still like, it was an hour-and-a-half flight from Yogyakarta to Bali, and then from Bali 5 hours to Hanoi. And I didn't bring cash money, so when I got on the plane I couldn't buy any food, and I arrived hungry. That's the first one. And what you really want to do is not be what we call halt. Hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. So I try to avoid that no matter what. And sure enough, I didn't get to eat on the plane because I didn't bring any cash. I spent all my Indonesian money. They would have taken the Indonesian money, but they won't take credit cards. Now we're coming into what looks to be the bonus, which is the city, after a 15-minute ride, which costs about $2. Let's see if you can see this. These are the gates right now. I have no idea what I'm getting into here, but you can see there's no traffic. It's beautiful, and I tried to negotiate to the city center, and don't know how this is going to work out, but this seems to be back to, oh yeah, this looks like it's going to work out just great. There's the city part, and there looks to be where I'm going to be doing my big walk right now. It looks like it's a really pleasant place along the waterfront, and we're in shirt sleeve weather right now, and based upon the fact that I'm on the equator, this is going to be a really fun little walk. But for my family and friends and my followers, I just want to let you know, sometimes you just got to press on. Find a local that's going to tell you what to do. And my lovely host at the hotel said, don't rent a scooter because you won't know where the hell you're going. Let me tell you 2 or 3 places to go. And if you want to go by scooter, it's going to be really cheap, and you'll be able to just enjoy the roads without having to worry about navigating. So, based on this, I got to tell you, I 100,000% agree with my lovely host. Some of my family got to see the host. I found out after you get out of Hanoi, where it's all mixed and everything else, that individual places you meet beautiful people. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Okay, 5 stars. 5 stars for you. Yeah, oh yeah. You gotta take my helmet. All right, off we go. I'm just gonna keep this video going right now because it seems like it's going pretty well. I normally don't do long-term or long-form videos, but this one seems like there's a bunch of ugly women that seem to be like walking down the pathway here. There's so many ugly women here, I can't believe it. Just kidding. So here we are. And this is how I invested my $2 to get over from my hotel to this place here. And oh yeah, the ugly women are taking pictures here. Yeah, what I was trying to say is the women in Vietnam tend to be region by region. They seem to be. Hello, how are you? Hello. Yeah. They tend to be incredibly beautiful in this area here. Yeah, I guess this is a place where people come if they want to see the nightlife nearby where I'm at right now. So, like I said, I normally just do short videos, but this is going to be, hello. This is going to be a place where We experienced nightlife. It's about 6:30 or 7 p.m. and I'm somewhere around 10 minutes away from my hotel, and I could tell immediately these are little lanterns that are down here on the waterfront, and they're reflecting over the waterfront. And these are these incredible things they call karsts, and they go right up against the waterfront. They're giant mountains that just jut up right next to the waterfront, and they have these pathways here. So I'm not going to go down this way because this seems to be, for those of you with a shorter attention span, this seems to be going to the lesser populated area. This is probably the longest video I've done, and I think I want to continue it because you can see both the beauty of the locals and the beauty of what's going on here at nighttime. For those of you that have a short attention span and that are used to my 1-minute videos, I hope you're still with me. And I'm not very good at this type of thing, so I'm just going to post it unedited. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now, and it's about a 15-minute stay from my hotel, 15-minute ride on scooter from my hotel. And apparently I invested about $2 US to get over here from my homestay hotel. And we're both experiencing this for the first time together. So I have to make a choice. Do I want to go this way through these natural rocks, or do I want to go along the waterfront? And for your benefit and for mine, I think I'll just go along the waterfront here. And for me, this is really breathtaking to be able to share this with you guys, because I had to make some really hard choices, leaving your family and friends and trying to make things work. And at some point you just say, oh well, it's a big world out there, and you might as well leverage your experience as a traveler to be able to experience more things in the world. And here we are. Seems to be a little bit touristy here, which is fine, and very glamorous and beautiful. And we're gonna walk inside. I don't have the proper attire to do this, but I'm just gonna give you a little peek of the grandeur here. And I'm not going to go inside, but
oh my God.
You think it's pretty? So do I.
Yeah.
Đẹp không?
So thus begins my evening here at the area that I decided to semi-retire to. We're both on the same page. There it is. And I'm so glad I made the investment for tonight, because here we are. And I'll just walk along the waterfront here. There's the most pleasant breeze you could possibly imagine. Shirt sleeve weather. It is humid. I gotta say, probably high 60s, low 70s. And I hope you guys are still with me. Those of you that are used to my 1-minute shorts are just gonna have to be patient. So I'll walk down here to the other temple. Oh yeah, like you can see. I gotta believe that this is gonna be tourists from all over the place. But I found out once I got out at Hanoi that the local women that live in this area are petite, in good shape, and are just so beautiful. Like for an example, the lady who's at my homestay has 2 children, and she must be 40 years old, and she looks like she's 20. So this is probably a place that's a little bit more cosmopolitan, but they did a really nice job of building this entryway into the temples. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that this was a pretty good investment for my $2 cab ride from my house. Actually, it wasn't a cab, it was a Grab scooter, which I prefer. And let's see what this inside looks like before we get this party started. I'm not going to go inside. Well, I will kick off my shoes for this one. This one's so cool. I'm going to kick my shoes off and keep going here. So Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Some offerings here. And certainly you can see that this is grand, and you can't imagine the love that goes into a place like this. And so I'll let you guys put up with me putting on my shoes here for a minute, and then we'll continue this long form video. But I'll just set my phone down and put my shoes on. I'm still with you here. I just decided to try to make the longest video of my YouTube career and continue this walkway. So forgive me while I put on my shoes, but yeah, this is about 10, maybe it was a 15-minute drive from my homestay, where my what they call family room, which I mistook what was really a family room. A family room doesn't mean a bedroom plus a living room. It just meant 2 beds. So if you have a family, you could stay there. So was it disappointing in that sense? Not really, because you got to go with the flow. But essentially, I'm about to leave down this same pathway. So forgive me if that seems boring, but had to take a moment to put my shoes back on and just enjoying the scenery, if you know what I mean, and the temple. Of course, being a student and aficionado of Buddhist practices and principles, I find this place to be extremely cool for me, personally, spiritually. And I can't wait to just get down to the street level here and show you guys some more. I normally just do short videos, so forgive me for being not very good at this, but I want you to see what I'm seeing. And let's just take a walk and see how it goes. These are real flowers. They seem to be mums. And this is how still the water is here. And yeah, it's touristy, but you can see it's not like tremendously crowded. It's just somewhat, obviously with this kind of attraction, it's, somewhat interesting to everyone. And a lot of people are doing their Instagrammable photos and all that stuff. And all right, this is apparently a place where you go and take photos under really good light. So it's like a photo booth. I'm not going to stop there, and we'll just walk through. You can see another view of the temple, and let's do the walkthrough here to the area. You can see it's not particularly crowded, and obviously from my friends and family, this will be on the top of the list of places that I will want to hang out with them. And you can see the shops are very modern here, and you have this kind of shops so far, which are air conditioned, and you can just sit and have a quiet chat. Hello. See how friendly the people are here. And then we're going to get into the more crowded stuff, I think. But before we do, I'll take you for a little walk. This is one of those karsts that, as you can see, this is just a giant stone mountain that jets up 200 or 300 feet, and it's all jungle on the top. But if you just want to hang out and get your coffee at this super modern place, then there's versions of this that go up into the jungle and are but you could just put your coffee, just have your coffee right here underneath the cliffs and the caves. I got here a little bit late to be able to take one of the boats, but apparently you can also take a boat around here. And I kind of saved this for nighttime because my host at the hotel said that this was one of the 3 places that she mentioned when she told me not to get a scooter, but to just take Grab from one place to the other. Obviously, I wouldn't have been able to find this on my own. And there's the caves. You can see it's nighttime, but it jets up probably a football field high and has jungle all over the top of it. And we're going to walk over the little bridge here into what looks to be the more crowded place. And of course, we're just seeing this together for the first time. And again, the place is just full of ugly women. So, she covered her face because she's very shy. She probably gets a lot of attention. And she's dressed up to have photos taken, but she doesn't want to have her face. She apparently doesn't want her parents to see, or whatever the deal is. So let's walk into the village area here. This is the less crowded area that's not by the water. And there's a restaurant that's on the water there. And so I'll just keep walking, keep talking. And, Not a terribly large number of European people here, from what I can tell. And hope I'm not hitting a dead end. But, oh yeah, let's walk through the shop over to the more crowded part. We have a nice, beautiful shop that sells beautiful ceramics. And then this is what it's like walking out of a shop. And they have a nice display here. And I think this will just go on and on. Seems like single Vietnamese women travel in packs like they do anywhere else in the world. Where they just go out with their girlfriends because they can't be bothered. But this is the other view from the other side. And one thing seems to be true is there's women galore that are my daughter's age or a bit younger. And not a terrible number of tourists here, just like a few here and there. And yeah, so nature calls. And so I think we're gonna head in here and see what we can do, because the next video will be about this next walkway. Stay tuned.